All right, you guys. So I can't safely get a concrete truck up here, and well, I can get a concrete truck here because those concrete truck drivers are insane. They're just freaking mental. They're amazing. Concrete truck drivers are nuts, but in the best possible way that you can be nuts, like, oh, hold my beer, let's get this done kind of nuts. Love those guys. Problem is, down this road, I've got to then move a house, and not just one, but I got to move it in 2 different halves because it's coming in 2 separate halves. And this road will not support a freaking house. And I'm worried that house is my responsibility to get up here, so I got to get this road fixed. So the county has been on my case. The county's just been stupid. Like, so here, get a load of this. Before I bought this property, I brought the inspector for the county to this property, told him my idea. Hey, I want to put a house here. I want to take this hill, and I want to take the entire top of that hill off. I told him. Looked right at him in the eye. He walked the property with my wife, my uncle, myself. I said, everything you see here comes off and stays at this level, and I'm going to take this entire mound of dirt and I'm going to put it all through here. What that's going to do is that's going to create a nice gentle level grade up, then a flat plateau, and this whole thing would be a flat plateau. It makes sense. It's called cut and fill when you're in the construction world, right? Makes sense. Yeah, that's no problem. I buy the property, I go to get my permit, and he will not allow any of that. Everything has changed, and I'm not really quite sure what has changed about the property because I hadn't touched it between here and there. Let's just see what's going on here. Maybe this guy's just turning around. I don't think so.
You must be Stan.
I am. And you are?
Jamie.
Oh, hey. Nice to meet you, Jamie.
I'm here to do the dirt work.
Yeah. You come here to do what?
I got to grade the slab out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dirt work because I got concrete. I just talked to the concrete guy. I got concrete coming at 7:30 on Saturdays.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, guys, this is Jamie. This is my concrete guy. I'm filming a video right now, Jamie. And we're going to be, come on up, Jamie. I'll show you what I did. Okay, do you need my skid loader?
I'm not sure. I got to set my transit up.
Okay.
And I'm going to start shooting some grades out here and try to get it fine-tuned in so we can just come Saturday and pour it. So.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to be here till 10 o'clock tonight working. I got to fix that road. So anytime you need dirt, you need anything, I'll be in the skid loader.
Okay.
So I'll leave the key here because I am going to go grab Frankie and see about closing up these 2 holes. But now it's all set, so we can use all of the sites. I'm Stan. Nick, nice to meet you. So you guys do you. I'll be back after I go to Frankie's house.
Sounds good.
And then we'll go from there. So setting the sub base on concrete is very crucial. You're gonna watch these guys, they're using a laser for everything they're doing. And the reason is if Jamie has the sub base off, he's gotta order more concrete. Sub base is cheap. Concrete is expensive. So we gotta get that concrete dialed right in. So while they're doing that, I'm gonna go grab another bucket of sand or 2 because I think I can see that corner over there might need a touch. Well, that went good. It's pretty much laser graded now, right, guys?
Yep, you gotta dig out your support footings and dig around the bell footing on Saturday morning, and then she's set.
Okay.
And dump it.
What time's the concrete coming?
7:30.
In the morning? What time are you coming?
6:30, 7.
Okay. So this is where the audio and my camera decided it had already done enough work, and I'm going to jump in here right now and kind of walk you through everything that's going on. Before we can pour this, we've got to lay down a sheet of poly. Why? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me personally, but it's what's required. So I'm doing what's on the engineered drawings. But the piece of equipment that we're pulling up that you see right here is actually called a conveyor truck. This is not like a standard pump truck. This is kind of something that guys inside of the concrete industry aren't used to seeing very often. And I learned that this is one of the few left in the state of Minnesota. I've heard there's a few others other places, but where they are, I don't really know. What this truck does is it actually is just a giant conveyor belt. And these guys, one guy can run it using a remote control. Dumps the concrete truck will come up here in just a few minutes and will dump into this system, which will then drop into the next system, which is then controlled by a guy with a remote control who tends to make sure everything gets exactly where it needs to go. Now this is where things get I'm not too scared at this point. It's a little sketchy because the sides of the road are soft. It's when the house gets moved in coming up here in an upcoming video, that's when I get really freaky deaky. But look at this. You can see where this truck is kind of kittywampus, which tells me that I don't have this road built exactly the way I want it. I do want to have a peak in the road and I want to have the water run down on both sides, but I still got to level that peak out. But of course, this is a concrete truck driver. These guys are basically part mountain goat, part truck driver. Just a real men, just a crazy bunch of guys. I mean, when I say real men, they don't make them like that anymore. Now here we go. Here's where the concrete, this is the first time I've ever seen this in operation, and this is basically how it works. Very straightforward. The concrete gets dumped onto the first conveyor belt. Cruises up that, dumps into the second conveyor belt, and then they just move that chute around. We started at 7 a.m. Saturday morning, and I think we got, we got 2 or 3 concrete truckloads in by, heck, we were done by 9 a.m. Now what you can't see here because of the poly is we have a bell footing, so around the entire perimeter of the pad it's a 12-inch thickened slab fortified with rebar, which we did pull that rebar up. But then inside of the pad itself is another footing that's dug down, and those are designed to support the columns, which are going to eventually support the house. So we have the bell footing, and then we have all these column footings, which unfortunately are covered up. Now, as soon as we're done with one truck, we have the other truck ready to go. So we had this operation pretty streamlined. Wasn't a whole lot of concrete we had to pour. I think it was 44 yards or something like that. And we got her all done. It was just this road. This was the first real test of this road since it was built for anything with any kind of actual weight. So I was looking for deflection in the road. I was looking to see how it was. I was asking the truck driver what he thought of it, and of course he has no problems with it. It's probably nothing compared to some of the stuff that those concrete truck drivers have seen. So all went well. We got it up there all in good shape. And while the guys are busy finishing up the pour on one end of it, I just figure I might as well start doing the finish bull float on the other end of it. I don't want to get in the way of these guys, but I figure what the heck, it's not that tough to float that stuff out, especially if you've had someone like, basically I learned this from Ryan from Victory Outdoor Services. He kind of told me the secret when you're bull floating is you're going forward, you get the back down, and when you're coming back, you get the front down, and you try to get as much of that. You don't want to dig or gouge one way or another. He actually, I mean, I've poured enough concrete in my life that it wasn't brand new to me, but he actually phrased it better than anybody I've ever worked with in the past. He took the time to really describe the process. So yeah, he's a good dude. You guys know Ryan from Victory Outdoor Services. His channel is huge, and rightfully so. He's got a great team of guys over there, and he's a good dude overall. But that's gonna call it for this video. Hope you guys didn't mind me just jumping in here and doing a little voiceover, kind of describing the action, what was going on as I seen it. But that's it for this one. God bless. Go get them, you guys. We'll catch you on another one.